Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a special review of the film Grave of the Living Dead. Sorry about the glare. It's 70 minutes, but actually clocks in more at like 61 minutes. It's an anthology, and we'll get started with the synopsis of the back of the film here. It says, multiply your taste for terror with this collection of 7 blood-soaked tales from beyond the grave. Has feature short horrors from director Pat Kusnadi, who did Paranormal Attraction, Sam Mason Bell, who did Gore Theater, Dustin Ferguson, who did Ebola Rex, and then there's from a few other directors as well. Basically, this is for fans of Creepshow, Tales from the Crypt, VHS, ABCs of Death, and Trick or Treat. Probably not quite on the level of some of them in terms of, like overall quality, because those had bigger budgets and whatnot. But this particular disc has bonus features, a scene selection, and trailers as well. Throughout, it had an 80s synth music kind of in a way. On certain ones, I really like that in the movie. There really wasn't a lot of sex or nudity in this until the very last story in the anthology. It also had a lot of the killing done off screen in this particular film, and it stars Breana Mitchell, Anna Samari, Kansas Bowling, and Sam Mason Bell. It actually got distributed, well, not distributed, but was made rather in 2020, but didn't see the light of day until our great friends at Wild Eye picked it up for distribution, and it was released on March 22nd of 2022. Like I said, it has 7 shorts, and the tie-in for all of the 7 movies, it's basically they're short stories that were unearthed from hell. I noticed in the credits it has a lot of references to Edgar Allan Poe and things of that nature. You currently can pick up the movie at Hamilton Book and Walmart and countless other outlets for this particular movie. I think it's on oldies.com as well. I think there's a couple other places you could pick it up. It is currently airing on Tubi TV as well, and we all know that's a free service. It's often confused with the movie from 2008 called Graveyard of the Living Dead. A lot of people went into the making of this film. I was watching the credits. It's like astounding. You would have thought it was done for like $200 million with all the people that contributed to this film. There's some fine performances. There's a few in there too that were kind of weak, but overall, this film, I have to recommend it. It's probably better served to watch during the Halloween time, because I feel like anthologies are best during the Halloween time. You kind of get that anthology vibe. You know what I mean. If you're a horror fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I had a combination of witches, demons. From time to time, between stories, it'd have a zombie pop up, and he was kind of like walking along, kind of like what a zombie would do. It was pretty well put together considering the budget constraints. My only complaint was the length. For an anthology, perfect length is around that hour 40, 50 minutes to be fair to each story. Some were quite a bit better than others, and others were kind of needed a little bit more substance, but it's very hard. I'm sure they had to have like 10 minutes to more or less to come up with something to, kind of make it be like a really short film to make it, like hook the viewer of this movie. I tried to find out some background info on this movie. It's very obscure, so that's very unique for me as a reviewer for Wild Eye. I couldn't seem to find a lot of info on this movie, but I'd have to say overall, I'm not going to go into detail about each story because I feel like that's just kind of recapping and kind of giving away the spoiler of the film. So I'm just going to go with the one that I liked the best, which was Deadly Doll. It was about a lady that lived alone, and she received a doll, And like I say, there's really no point of going into it really about a lot about what it was about, because it's like so short that it really didn't have a lot of substance. And that's no knock on the movie itself, but there really isn't a lot in each story to really tell. I mean, you'd be better served to probably try and watch it on Tubi TV than decide if you'd like to purchase it. But I'm glad to add it to the library. I highly recommend it in terms of an anthology. Just don't go into it expecting like top notch anthology stuff, because I've seen a lot of really good ones, but I've seen a lot worse. And the directors put a lot of love into this film. And like I say, I highly recommend this. That's my review for Grave of the Living Dead. And thank you, Wild Eye. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for watching my unboxing video. There's a look at the back of it as well. Very colorful movie. Very well made art cover. But thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more reviews in the future. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.